Hey girlies, it's Tammy. Welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I don't know what I'm gonna call this. I just want to play with the Plouise Worldie palette, and I'm gonna play with green, which is why I've got my green neon jumper on. I have played with this once before, like off camera, so I wanted to do a video with it. So let's just go ahead and get started. It's gonna be like a full face tutorial. Also, excuse my voice, I woke up with like a sore throat. I feel totally fine, but I just have like a bad throat right now. But anyway, gonna start with primer. I'm gonna take the Versace Skin Tune Blur. None of my base products are like new, and I'm gonna blend that in with a brush as usual. I love this Versace primer. It just blurs my pores and my skin. If you have textured skin, you would really like this, or large pores. But also the Barry M Skin Blurring Elixir is a dupe, and it's like £7.99 from Superdrug. So definitely try that out. It does the exact same thing. So for foundation, I'm going to take the Natasha Denona Transfer Matte Pore Vanishing Matte Foundation. I used this for the first time yesterday, and I want to try it again. I like to use foundations like for the first week, so I can kind of gather my thoughts with it, try it with different primers and stuff. And so far I really enjoyed this yesterday with the Mercier blurring primer. So now I want to pair it with my Versace, and I'm using the shade 86Y. It's really full coverage, so I'm not going to take that much, just kind of like that much, and I'm gonna blend that in. The shade's not 100% right for me. It's a little bit yellow, warm tone. Okay, maybe I need to take a little bit more because I had more coverage than this yesterday, but it's good that you can kind of build it. So this is like medium coverage at the moment, but you can definitely build it up to be full. I wanted to start off with less because yesterday I took too much. I didn't realize how reliant I had become on my partner and kids being at home, because of course lockdown and everything, the schools were closed, his work was closed, but now everything's opening slowly back up and everyone's gone back to school and work. It's so lonely in my house. There's no one here but me, and it's like, I like the peace and quiet. I'm enjoying the serene atmosphere in my house, but I don't know, it's just a bit lonely. After I finish filming, I just sit there like, what do I do now? It's just me, you know? So I just end up throwing myself into work, editing. Yeah, I really enjoy the finish of this foundation. It's so flawless, but really nice and matte. So I want to play with the Plouise Worldie palette, and I want to do like a green look. Maybe a bluish green look. This is what it looks like, by the way. It's massive. It's like so much bigger than I thought it would be. This was sent to me in PR because I am now a Plouise affiliate. So if you do buy anything from Plouise, feel free to use my code Tammi10, I believe, and it will get you 10% off. But I do also get a commission from that sale, so just bear that in mind. If you're not comfortable with that, feel free not to use it. So I'm going to start with the Plouise eyeshadow base in Rumour 4. I'm going to start with the shade. This palette is so big to hold up. I don't know how I'm going to do this. Oh. I got my foundation on it. I just slapped myself in. Okay, I can't hold this up. This is a danger. Okay, I'm gonna dip into the shade San Francisco, which is the dark blue, and I'm gonna put this onto the outer V as my deep dark color. So I'm just stamping that on first. I like to stamp my products on so that I get like a gentle diffused look. Really building that up on the outer V because I want this to be nice and deep and dark. I'm going to carry that slightly through the crease as well, but keeping it low because I want to blend it out with like a greenish colour. Let's do blue then green. So I'm going to go into the shade Europe, which is this one here. This palette's so heavy. And I'm literally just going to tap that on the edge of the first blue that we put down. I'm not going to take it up all the way because I still want to put down a light green on the edge. And then I think I'm going to go into the shade When in Rome, which is this one here. Okay, that shade's quite powdery, but it packs a punch. I mean, it's a pastel and it's showing up pretty well, which is great. These eyeshadows are so pigmented. And there's only 3 shimmers in this palette. 2 of them are quite dry shimmers, but one is really, really nice. These 2 dark shimmers here, this dark blue and the dark green, they're quite dry and not that easy to pick up. But this shimmer here, this bronzy, greeny, khaki, is beautiful, super soft, really pigmented. But of course, if you are buying this palette, you're mostly buying it for the mattes, which definitely perform well. So yeah, it's like, I think it's £40 the palette, which is quite expensive. But when you see the size of this thing, saying, like, even the pans are massive compared to my face. Like, look at this palette. But then again, like, how often do people go through palettes? So I guess it might be worth making the palette smaller for cheaper. But anyways, going back into that shade Europe, the blue, and I'm just blending that into the green. Then I'm going to go back into the dark blue that I started with, San Francisco, and just intensify that right outer V, right in the outer V. Okay, so what I'm going to do is cut my crease with this Plouise paint, and it's called Sexy Chilli. All of these paints I purchased myself, by the way. I spent like, let's not even talk about how much I spent, but I got all of the colours. But I'm happy with my purchase. It was money well spent, so can't complain, can't complain. Can you guys hear that? That pigeon sounds like it's literally in my room. So this is the color of it. You guys can see it's gonna go perfect with this look. And I'm just coating my brush. This brush is from Zoeva brush dupe set that I got from eBay. It's a dupe for the Smudger 226 brush. And I'm gonna cut the crease. And filling out the lid. And these do dry down matte, by the way, so if you don't want to top them with a shadow, you can just leave it like that. But I like that they don't dry down too fast, so you do have like manipulation time, play time with it. So while it's still wet, I'm going to blend the edge of that into the dark blue with my finger, just tapping, kind of swiping the dark blue onto it rather than taking the base onto the dark blue. So I'm kind of pushing that way. Then dipping into the dark blue, re-intensifying that outer V, just dabbing that on. If I didn't do that step before with my finger, I would have a harsh line right there on the outer corner, but because I blended and diffused it, it's gonna blend in nicely now. I really want to take this shade that matches my jumper called Baggage, this one here. But I think I'm going to take that on the inner half of the eye. On the middle, I'm going to go into Rodeo Drive, which is this one here. It kind of matches the base. So yeah, taking Rodeo Drive, which is literally the same color as the base, I'm just going to set the middle of the eye. So they come with brushes, the paints, when you buy them, they come with brushes, but I don't really like the shape of it to cut my crease, so I just use it as a normal flat brush for shimmers and mattes. I'm going to dip into that neon green called Baggage, and I'm going to tap that. Hopefully it will still pop on top of this base. I'm going to tap that on the center, well, on the inner corner, right here. Probably would have popped more if I used a blank canvas paint, like the clear one. Still showing up beautifully. I feel like I've done a look like this recently. Oh well. Usually with all my eye looks like this, I always like to sparkle it up with a little something through the crease. Graphic liner, glitter, anything just to kind of separate the look, do you know what I mean? Okay, so I've pulled these two out. One's high-end, one's drugstore. So we have the Rcma holographic eyeshadow topper in the shade Asteroid. Then we have the Stila liquid eyeshadow in the shade Psychic. They're both kind of the same thing, but I've used this before. I haven't used this before, so I'm gonna try this. It is like a liquid eyeshadow, but what I'm gonna do is scoop some out onto the back of my hand, use a eyeliner brush, and I'm just gonna drag it through the crease. But you want to make sure you keep it within the cut crease line, so don't go on top of the cut crease line. You want to keep it within the cut crease. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. Actually, that looks really nice. I love the reflection on that. So I'm gonna do my other eye and then I'll come back so we can finish up the face. Okay, so I'm back. The other eye is done. I'm loving this eye look. The only thing about this Plouise palette is there's no inner corner shimmer color, so yeah, I'm gonna have to pick something of my own to throw on there, probably the highlight that I'm gonna use today. So moving on, I'm gonna use the Hourglass concealer today, and it's in the shade Dune. I've been reaching for this concealer a lot lately. I love the way that it dries down. I love how full coverage it is. I love the color on me. I mean, I don't have anything bad to say about this concealer, so I'm reaching for it all the time. I want to use a sponge today. Do you know what? I'm gonna wet my sponge for the first time in months, and we're gonna use a sponge today. I actually just got a delivery of the new Colourpop Sandstorm collection, I think it's called, Sandstone, so definitely keep an eye out for that video coming soon. But yeah, how have you guys been? I feel like I haven't spoken to you in a while. Like, tell me what's new with you. Are you working from home? Are you back at work? Like, what's poppin'? I've been okay, I guess. I don't know why, but lately I've been like in comparison mode, which is so annoying. When doing the job that I do, you just like, you obviously see everyone else's engagement and stuff like that, and then it's just human nature to compare to your own. Most of the time I'm so good with not comparing. Like, I just stay in my own lane, I do my own thing, and I'm pretty happy with like how my career is going, I guess. I don't really talk about my feelings much because I don't know if it's the Aquarius in me, but there's so much bigger things in the world than how I feel. So I always kind of invalidate my own feelings, but sometimes I need to remind myself that it's okay to feel something. And I know that saying, you know, comparison is the thief of joy, and boy oh boy is that saying true, because it just affects your mood, throws off your day, and it just makes you not want to do anything. It's kind of like, it just puts you in the what's the point mentality, which is not a good mentality to be in. But apart from that, work-wise, life, I've been good actually. Like, we're just getting on. I'm back on the school run because my partner's back at work. When he was home, he was doing the school run, so it was nice to not have to go every morning and every afternoon. But now he's back at work, I have to go. I don't mind early mornings. I'm pretty good in the morning, waking up and everything. It's just getting back into the routine that I'm getting used to. But yeah, apart from that, life's good. My family's good. My mum's good. My mum's just moved house, so she's like in a bit of a shambles right now. I'm gonna set that in place with the Mercier translucent honey powder. But yeah, loads of you always ask me how my mum's doing, so yeah, she's doing good. I've been using translucent, not translucent honey. Ever since I got honey, I've just been using the translucent one, but I need to start incorporating this more into my routine just so I can kind of get a definite opinion on which one I prefer, because right now I feel like I like both and I'm not mad at either. I'm taking the Rcma no color powder to set the rest of my face. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the Beauty Bay Cinnamon Bronzer. I used this for the first time yesterday as well, and I just want to keep trying things out. When I get new things, I like to kind of try them over a period of time so I get thoughts on it. I was thinking to start doing maybe like monthly roundups on my channel, so just go through everything that I've tried that month and give you my updated thoughts on everything, because I realized that I test a lot of makeup and then you guys either see it in my favorites and my everyday routine, or you just never see it again. Because some things just, if they don't make my everyday routine, I still like them, but they're just not my go-to products, you know what I mean? So I feel like you guys either see my go-to products or you just never see them again. I'm also going to take the Beauty Bay blush in the shade Coral and blush my cheeks. I feel like orangey blushes go well with everything, but definitely green eyeshadow as well. I think Beauty Bay killed it with these products. £6, you know, they do feel a bit lightweight and like cheap in your hand, but the product performs, what can you say? Okay, so I'm gonna do my lower lash line. Do I want blue? Let me look for a blue or green liner. So I found this eyeliner by Rcma. It's called the hi-vis eyeliner in the shade Strobe Light, I think. It doesn't have a shade name on it, but it's the green one anyway. It matches my jumper and my look perfectly. So we're gonna put this on the waterline. Oh, that's nice. I've never used these before. Oh, just poke myself in the eye. Ow. Every day. This is another reason that I miss my partner so much, because he used to get the packages. Now I'm running downstairs every 5 seconds to get the door, but we move. Moving on, I'm gonna carry on putting this in my waterline. Do you know what? This is so fun. I don't feel like any other drugstore brand has products like this. I think NYX have coloured liners actually, but this is so fun from Rcma. So I think what I'm gonna do is blend out the first half with the same baggage shade, this one here, and then go into the blue on the outer V. This colour is stunning. I love this type of neon bright green. Okay, so I think I'm going to take the Colourpop Super Shock shadow that I tested recently and I love the formula of. This is the Coral Collection one. It's called Coastin'. I love how smooth this is on the skin. Put my fake beauty spot on my spot. It was so funny the other day with my beauty spot. My partner was like, "You didn't have that on your face before." And I was like, "What do you mean? I've always had this beauty spot." And he was like, "No, I've never seen it before." I was like, "No, you don't look at me. You don't even care about me. This is how I know you don't love me." But he caught me out because when I wasn't wearing makeup, he was like, "See, the beauty spot's gone." And I was like, "Damn it." I'm actually going to take that Colourpop highlighter on my inner corner as well. So also in the P. Louise Worldie collection, they have 2 lip kits. Now, I like the lip liner from one kit and the lipstick from another kit, which is so annoying because if you wanted to get this lip combo, you'd have to buy the both lip kits. I wish they were like sold individually and you can mix and match your own custom combo. Standards lip liner with the Takeoff lipstick. Such a shame that they decided to pair it with a pink lipstick. Like, it's not a bright pink, it's like a nudie pink, but I prefer nudie pink. Oh, is this the wrong one? This is the wrong one. This is the one that they've paired it with in the lip kit. It's like a pinky nude. Let me swatch it. Yeah, it looks like that. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's not my ideal nude lip combo. So I'm gonna take the other one. So the other one is called Heights lipstick, and this is what it looks like. You see peachy nude. This is my type of vibe, and this is what it looks like. So I'm going to pair it with the dark lip liner today. These are really creamy lipsticks, by the way. Like, as you can see, it's bending and breaking in the tube, but the formula is really pigmented and nice and creamy. Mixes and blends with the lip liner really well. But yeah, that is the lip combo that I love, but unfortunately they're sold in 2 separate lip kits, so yeah. I'm going to use this setting spray today, which is the NYX Bear With Me Prime Set Refresh. Okay, so last but not least, I'm going to throw on some lashes, and these are the Tatti Lashes TL9. I'm going to pop these on and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so here we have the final look. What do you think? I love it. I love how it matches my top. I'm going to go take some snaps for the Insta. That sounded very weird, snaps for Insta, but you know what I mean. I'm going to take some pictures because I'm feeling real cute. But yeah, this P. Louise palette, honestly, I really like it. I know it's expensive and you probably have colors like this if you already have the Carnival palette by Be Perfect, or even the new Sample Beauty Beth Painter palette. They have similar shades like this. But maybe if you don't have colors like this and you are interested in the P. Louise palette formula, it's worth it in my opinion. I feel like these are beautiful blendable mattes, really creamy soft mattes. The shimmers are not my favorite apart from this one. This formula is gorgeous, but these 2 shimmers are a little bit hard pressed in the pan. They're not creamy, they're not like super foiled and reflective, but they do have little micro glitters in it. But also, like, when you're swatching it, it's kind of hard to pick up the product. They're just not my favorite shimmer formula, but this one is. It's a different formula, but luckily most of this palette is matte, so the matte formula is beautiful to work with. This is my second look that I've done with it, and they just blend, you know what I mean? They just melt into each other, really effortless, easy to work with. If you were looking into this palette and wondering if it's good quality, I think it's good quality personally. But yeah, that is my thoughts on it. Let me know yours down below. I do wish they would just make it a little bit smaller and then possibly a little bit cheaper, like smaller and maybe cap it at £30. Yeah, that's just my thoughts on it. Anyway, let me know yours down below. Let me know your thoughts on this look as well. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel, and I'll catch you guys in my next one. Take care. Bye.